Hello, you must be wondering, what do I do now? I just got my product. Where do I put it? How do I apply it? Well, that is where I come in. So go ahead and get your tins in front of you. You're gonna go ahead and pop off the top. So you're just gonna slide it off, right? And then what I like to do, and it's totally a preference, and it's also on how big of compact you ended up getting, but I'm just gonna show you on my triple decker. I like to put my creams and my powders on different levels so that the powders don't get into my creams. So I typically arrange it with my 3 highlights. So my camo, what I'm going to color correct with or color fill with, my main highlight color, and then my brightening color. And then I have a couple different contours in here depending on the season, and then I have my Bella bronzer and then my Illuminator, and then I have my lip and cheek on the next level, and then my eyeshadows on the following. So you can separate them per that. So super simple. I'm going to walk you through a very simple application, and from there you can take it and expand and learn different tips and tricks, which I will be sharing over on Instagram quite often, but we're gonna keep things super simple today. So if you got your camo color, a correcting color, go ahead and grab that. And I am just going to take one of my brushes. I'm going to demonstrate. You can really do your makeup with any of them. I'm gonna use 2 today, so I'm gonna use the Detail Hack brush, and I'm gonna just barely dab into that camo color, okay? This darkest color. And I'm gonna go through and I'm just going to put, you can see I have some melasma from this summer there. I'm just gonna dab it, okay? We'll go back and blend. The biggest tip and advice I can give you on this makeup is less is more, okay? So we want to just camouflage some of the areas that need a little bit of coverage, okay? So we're gonna camouflage that. I have a little bit of veins in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm going to take the lightest hand and I'm gonna go right here, just very soft, and look where I'm holding my brush at the very end. You have a lighter touch right there. I'm just going to camouflage some of my dark circles, okay? I'm just going to ever so softly, and just barely dipping it in. If you start to see texture in your skin, that could be a combo of not having the right colors, or you're wearing way too much makeup. So little, and then you can build upon, okay? So now that we have that camo color, let me see. I'm doing this on my phone, so we'll see. Now I have that camo color. I'm going to take the other side of the Detail Hack brush, and we're gonna start with our contour. And something you need to know about contour is the shape of your face. So I have a very long, narrow face. So the last thing I wanna do is do lateral lines to make it even longer. So I want to shorten my face essentially and use my natural features. So I'm gonna go more of horizontal lines with my contour. Contour absorbs light, and light colors reflect light. So when you're using contour, you want to just add in those natural shadows and absorb the light instead of making it shine, right? And if you have more of a rounder face, then you're going to angle your contours a little bit more. So I'm gonna try to walk you through. Go ahead and take the end of your brush, Detail Hack brush. You might have the blush and bronzer brush, you might have the buff brush. Just grab which one you have, and I'm just gonna barely dab into my contour, okay? And so the best way I can talk to you about this is when we're finding where to apply it, you're gonna start up here and you're gonna feel the most prominent part of your cheekbone. And right below that is where you're going to add your color. We're gonna start back at the hairline, because wherever you place your brush is where most of the product's gonna happen, okay? So I'm going to come down towards the end of my nose to make more of a horizontal line, okay? If you're wanting to accentuate and lengthen your face, then you're going to come more of an angle towards this corner of your lips, okay? So then if you are looking to add those cheeks, kind of like me where I need that, I'm gonna smile and I'm just gonna take that kind of like a little half moon Nike swoosh. You don't wanna ever bring your contour in further than these lines, okay? So that's it. So now I'm just going to gently buff up. I'm kind of stippling, stip up, stipple up, okay? And that kind of blends it out. You don't need a lot of contour, okay? This is just adding that normal, natural eyeshadow. Again, come up at the top. There's the most prominent part of my cheekbone. I'm gonna come right underneath it, and I'm gonna go towards the end of my nose. Okay? Then you're going to stipple. That means this, okay? That's what stippling is. So instead of moving the makeup, because this is cream, this is actually stippling it into my skin and blending it. So it's very nice and easy application, okay? Now, as far as the forehead goes, if you have more of a rounder face, this is a tip and trick. You can take the high points of your eyebrows, okay, and you go straight up and then you make a triangle. Wherever you are outside of the triangle, that's where you are going to use your contour. For me, because I have a longer face, I'm only going to shorten my forehead and I'm gonna keep this space highlighted, okay? So it's going to shorten things up. So what you do is you're gonna start at your hairline. Again, that's where most of the product's gonna come, and you're just gonna pull it down. You're gonna drag it down, and I'm just gonna do the top half. Now remember, again, depending on where your forehead line, or how your face shape is, excuse me, okay? And this naturally just blends it, that's it. We're gonna blend everything together, so trust me on this. Now I'm gonna flip the end, the smaller end, and I'm gonna go back into that contour, and I'm going to take my chin and I'm going to contour my nose. You don't have to do this, but it really does add a lot of characteristics to your face. So I'm gonna slightly go down. I'm gonna go just on the sides. Again, very light hand, okay? It doesn't have to be a ton. I'm gonna take it into my eyebrow and just go in that natural shadow. Again, we don't wanna cover up your natural beauty. We just wanna enhance it. Enhance your natural features, okay? I'm gonna take it up there. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to take my highlight color. So again, you can take that small end. You can, wipe it off on a microfiber cloth. We have great ones, or you can do it on a paper towel, a washcloth. So that's my contour. It's there. It's warming up to my skin. And if you notice some of these colors are a little bit more yellow, they will warm up to your skin. So don't give up on it quite yet. So now I'm going to go to the lightest shade, which is the Brightening Highlight. And I'm going to just barely tap there, okay? And we're going to brighten that inner part of our eye, okay? And the outside. And you can take it in right here to the side of your nose, okay? The outside. And side of my nose. So this brightening highlight is where it's going to reflect the light. So you want to reflect some of those shadows. So I'm going to take just a little bit right here. I'm going to take a little bit down my nose, keeping those lines, those contour lines pretty close. And then you can see how it slims out my nose, right? A little bit on the Cupid's bow. And if you want to bring attention to your chin, you can go ahead and add a little bit of highlighter here. For me, I have a very long, narrow, very accentuated jawline, so I'm not going to put it up there, but you can. Okay, now I'm gonna take this other brush and I'm going to leave everything there, and I'm gonna go into my main highlight shade, which would be your medium shade. I'm just gonna barely tap in there. And I am going to add it right underneath that contour line. I'm just kind of dabbing. Doesn't take much, okay? It's a natural look. I'm gonna take a little bit right here where that brightening isn't there. I didn't go down that far, okay? We're gonna take this up here. Okay, and now I'm going to blend it in to my contour and take that brightening shade, just give it a little bit of, you don't wanna get rid of what you just worked for. You just barely kind of tap it in. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to just stipple. Okay, if you have pores, noticeable pores, you can buff it in. But I'm just going to dab, just like that. Okay. I like to take my main shade, just give myself a little primer on my eyelids. Okay. Voila. Now, if you got a lip and cheek, this is where we're going to apply it. Today I'm gonna use nude. I really think it's a universal color. It's just gorgeous. So I'm gonna dab in and I'm gonna go above that contour line, okay? And oftentimes you can come into that cheeky area, but I'm gonna just set right behind it and I'm gonna go at a diagonal, and it just kind of gives me that lifted look, okay? Just like that. Again, other side, and I'm stipple. And it's just kind of blending in and connecting those two lines. Okay, that's it. Pretty easy. If you got your bronzer, this is where you would apply your bronzer. The Bella bronzer is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna just dab in there. And again, I'm gonna go on the high points of my face and down my neck. Kind of connect those three. Okay, this is where we're blending everything in together. Right? So pretty. So pretty. And remember, this is cream makeup, so you can push it back. If you've gotten a little crazy, push it back. Okay, so you can take that same color and add your lip and cheek. Here's one more tip. If you want more of a fuller lip, you can take that contour color and just go right underneath your lip where that natural shadow is, okay? I like to just go ahead and apply my lip. Again, less is more. So if you want your lip color to last, you don't have to layer tons of it on. Okay. Now I am going to add in my illuminator. So if you got an illuminator, I'm going to use this cream illuminator. We have cream, we have powder. Powder is definitely going to give you a much more pigmented look, and this cream is going to be a lot more subtle. So I like to come to the top points of my cheek, just kind of fan it out with my finger. I am using honey, I believe, today, but there's so many beautiful colors. And then I might go right down the top right there. And you can add a little bit to your lip, just like that. I will tell you from experience, good skincare is really the foundation of makeup. When you have a very healthy canvas to work with, your makeup is going to look so much more flawless. So makeup is not going to get rid of texture. So if you are dealing with acne, rough texture of any sorts, it's not going to get rid of that texture, but we can camouflage it, you know, with colors. So just know that the healthier your skin is, the more moisturized your skin is, it's just going to look that much more natural. So, you know, since this is a cream makeup, I always recommend that you apply your moisturizer, your SPF in the morning, and then let it dry. Let it fully dry. Because this is cream-based makeup, it's going to move with your face, okay? So you noticed as I applied this, I only put colors where they need to go instead of layering on top, right? I only put it where I needed it. So from here, you can actually contour your eyebrows and fill those in. So this is the, let's see, the line brush. And I'm just gonna kind of take that same contour color, I'm gonna dip it in. I do have microbladed brows, but right now if I want them a little bit darker, I'm just gonna kind of take that color and add a little bit in there, okay? Super simple, light hand. You can take that side of your eyebrow down a little bit, okay? See, that looks a little bit lighter, okay? So you just want to brush those up, fluff those babies up. Okay. So now I like to set my makeup right now. So if you got the Stay Spray, highly recommend it. If you have the vanilla dust, you can absolutely mattify and set those T-zone areas, those shiny areas that you don't want that. But I highly recommend this Perfector sponge because you can really finish out the blending of your makeup. It takes off any excess makeup, and it really just allows you to press in that setting powder or the Stay Spray. So I have this damp Perfector sponge. I've put it under water, I've squeezed it all out in a towel, and now it's just kind of damp. So I'm going to spray that Stay Spray, and I'm going to just go over, again, remember I put that highlighter on my my eyelids. So I'm going to set that so that my eyeshadow doesn't move, okay? I'm just gonna go in this area. If you want to blend it out, all you have to do is press in, right? This is super, super easy. You just gotta press in. You don't have to drag it anywhere, and that's it, okay? We're going to do a very, very simple eyeshadow look, and then I will build upon it depending on if you're wanting a daytime look or an evening look. And this is super simple, so this is just an example. I can help you with your colors if you're wanting to expand in that area. So I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush. This is my favorite brush. You can do your entire eye look with just this one brush. And I've had lots of makeup brushes over the years, and this is by far my favorite. So I am gonna tap into, let's see, Stay Golden. It is really just a great transition color. So I just tapped in there, and because I have hooded lids, I'm going to slightly lean back. You don't have to do that if you don't have hooded lids, you're just gonna go right to that crease area. But for me, because I have hooded lids, I'm gonna go right above that crease area. Wherever you put your brush is where most of the product's going to disperse. So I'm going to just start to go a little bit higher than that crease because I've kind of got to give it that extra look so that you can actually see it when my eyes are open. And I'm just going in very small circular motions, just blending it out, windshield wiper it out, okay? Just very natural. Again, slightly lean back. okay? Now, because I have to go higher with my hooded lids, I'm gonna take, let's see what this is. I'm gonna take Cupcake, which is a very neutral kind of ivory color. And I'm just gonna soften that line. Again, if you don't have hooded lids, you don't necessarily have to worry about that, but you can smooth out any line with that lighter color, okay? Just very lightly. Then I'm gonna take that same shade. No, we're changing our mind. I'm gonna go with Stay Golden. And I'm gonna just dab into it, and I'm gonna go right underneath my lash line and connect it out. You can see if we're gonna contour our face, then we also want to connect our eye area, okay? So here is an easy out the door look that you can apply. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can take, I'm going to take Bubba, just a slight amount, and I'm going to go right into my crease. Now, if you've already had that transition color, that lighter color there, that's okay. You can build upon it. So take that medium shade. I'm using Bubba, and I'm going right in that outer kind of crease. The outer crease. The biggest tip on eyeshadow is just blend, 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 blend. Just keep blending. That's all. Okay? So you can do that. I like to pop in a glitter at this point. So I'm going to, let's see, I love this color. Gotta see what it is. Soulmate. I love Soulmate. I'm going to take my finger, the pad of my finger with any glitters, because it's going to be a lot more pigmented when I apply it with my finger rather than a brush. With sparkles, any kind of glitter, it is definitely muted with a brush. So I'm going to pop it right in the center of my eye towards the corner. Okay? Both sides. Okay, just like that. Oh, this is such a pretty color. So you could, let's blend out those lines. You could leave it just like this. If you want to take it up another notch, I'd go with a darker shade. So today I'm gonna go with Philly. And I'm gonna just take the end of this brush, just barely dab it. Again, this is super pigmented. I'm gonna go in the corner of my eye and just place it there. And then gently, gently go up that crease and out. Okay? The key about adding in darker colors is you wanna start off and you can build it. Okay, you can build up the depth and the darkness of it. So you can add that smokiness in different shades. Okay, I'm just on that outer side, outer corner. Okay. So I can see that I have a little bit darkness, so I'm just gonna switch over my brush and make sure that I have enough there. So I'm just gonna deposit a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it out. I'm gonna go in a little small, and I'm gonna come in and make sure that that's really blended in with my glitter. Okay, you can take that medium shade, that Bubba, and you can add it to the outer corner. Make sure you pull it up in there. And since I don't necessarily wear eyeliner, this gives you that finishing look, okay? You can just blend, blend, blend. Now I want to show you a trick because I got a little wonky over there. So I'm going to take that same detail hack brush and I'm going to go into my lighter shade, just barely, and I'm going to erase that line. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? You can just erase it because it's cream. Nothing is set until you set it, right? Okay. There you go. Sometimes I like to add in, if you want a little bit brighter of an eye, I like to go into Sabrina and I like to pop it in that center and bring it down and up. You can even add a little bit to the top of that arch. So it actually looks like you slightly got an eye lift and it just pulls things up. So again, your entire face is right here in this compact. It's super easy, but if you are having troubles, make sure you message me and I will walk you through this one-on-one or however you prefer. The best thing is give it some time. It takes our skin, you know, a fair amount of time, a week or two, to try anything on our skin. So the more comfortable you get, the more you're using your makeup, the more you're going to learn how your face shape is, the things that you want to accentuate or mute down. So I am going to come right back with my mascara so you can see the final look. Okay, so this is the final look. So I just added mascara and voila.